Hello? Okay, there we go. My mic was not set up properly. Welcome in Avery, Gray, and Majestic Dirt! Don't worry, you're not late. And good luck with your exams! You got this. I'm doing pretty good. How is everybody doing? Welcome in Epic Pikachu! Can I get an audio check, please? Alright. Audio's working? Perfect. Thank you, thank you. How is everybody? Like the Michael working? Yes. I had to change my setup a little bit because I got a new stand for my monitor because my old one kept knocking my monitor down and I didn't want to damage it. So I got a new one and that meant I had to fight my PC because I did so much like unplugging and replugging that basically my computer now thinks that I have 3 monitors when I in fact only have 2. But it's okay. We made it work. Ooh la la, yeah. But, yeah, hopefully everything goes okay. So far, it's been working well. The eyes are our extra monitors, maybe. I don't know, man. Like, it's... it's just like, wow, yes, I am sensing 3 monitors. And I was like, no. No, you're not. But, alas. PC will not listen to me. This is it! The big day. Did you get any sleep? Yeah. I went to bed at 1 AM or so. Cool kid, I'm trying my best. Hi, Gray. Oh? What time did you wake up? 3 AM. That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat. Here's looking at you, kid. Who's this, Phoenix? Good luck today, Apollo. That voice! Hey, get any sleep? Mr. Right! I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow, that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun. Sahara appeared? What? Sorry, I know that's like a brain rot thing, but I don't know anything about it. Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today? Take a guess. How about Little Plum? I don't either. Oh. That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope. Guess again. That's too bad, you know. Oh, that's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, the kids know it better. I'm sure they do. You need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. It's barely morning and you're at it already, Trucy. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Lita Tiala, your client's fiancée. She's going to be a witness? But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiancé? You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today. That much is clear. Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. Right. Uh-huh. Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie-Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up, and it's a sold-out house. Very well. To recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party... Guilty of panty snatching! We did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Herr Judge. And today, I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The judge looks as old as always. I mean, he's not getting any younger. The outside. The acquisition of the murder weapon. The preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed? His fiancée, Herr Judge. His partner for life, with no chance for parole. Very well. You may show the, lucky lady to the stand. No, you'd think they'd make that poor guy retire at this point. Maybe he likes his job. Your name and occupation, Fräulein. Alita Tiala. My occupation is future wife. Ah, traditional values. I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded. Underwater. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution. Maybe wish them the best, yeah? Yippee! Hi, Kimono, how are you? To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty. Another admirable trait. Fräulein, is it true that, on the day of the crime, the defendant, Waki Kitaki, confessed his plans? His plans for murder? Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. Eepy, me too. Low-key, but I'm trying really hard not to nap today. Well, hopefully you could get some rest, Kimono. Add pet to the wept groups? Wept or EP? It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it. Autocorrect is screwing you over. It does that. So, the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family, then? Yes. With regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion, on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. The bullet that took the victim's life, was it fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven. How could you prove something like that? Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. Rifling marks? Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint, left on every bullet it fires. And when did you first hear about Waki's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. She lies as easily as she breathes. Hold it! That was the day of the murder, correct? Yes, everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Waki looked at his face went so pale. But of course, he had just found out that he had a bullet in his chest. So, you were there at the time? Yes. Poor Waki. Hold it! That must have been, quite frightening. He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds. Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaint. Waki's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute. Great. Now he sounds like a psychopath. The scary manipulator, every nonchalant anime fan's dream. I feel like she would be popular with the fans. Just a feeling. So, is it easy to take a pistol out from the house? Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Waki's a special case, being the next in line. Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah? Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got an amazing presents for his birthdays. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone. Sounds like he has a taste for sweets. And danger. Point here being that Waki had access to a pistol. Hold it! What happened? Meaning the murder. I tried to stop him, I really did, but Waki wouldn't listen. Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. Last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss. Does that mean the bones of the gravesite were chocolate as well? Well, we didn't go to a gravesite, so... How would you say that for certain? How?
Objection!
Herr Forehead, you have refrained from badgering the Fräulein. It was the defendant, Waki, was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So, how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used the pistol? I mean, there were no fingerprints, so... Based on your testimony, there was clearly another... Oh, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol. What's this? It was you! Interesting. Let's ask the defense, then. Tell the court who this person with access was. Ooh, did I make an oopsie? I mean... Well, of course. I mean you, Miss Tiala. Me? But why? You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning.
Objection!
Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf. I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this... It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure. But I think I would hesitate at murder. I'd hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. People have killed for far less, this is true. That would put things in a slightly different light. You know, honestly, I feel like it's not even that far off. Yeah, I mean, could be. What possible connection are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. I have evidence showing a connection between the witness Miss Tiala and the victim.
Take that!
That looks like a medical chart. Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiala, whatever. Why is your name on this chart? Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. Our warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that? Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim. And I don't. Now. Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess. You're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Miss the Alitala? Am I right? That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love, past flaws and all. There's no connection now doesn't fly in a court of law. Doesn't fly? She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true. But you remained connected somehow. It walks. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic. Baby. These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals. So sorry, Fräulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you. What's with you? I thought you were on my side! Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Walkie back on the straight and narrow. This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's little point in denying it. Very well. The witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus clinic that day? Walkie-talkie, indeed. Maractus clinic. I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year, since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Walkie had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend. By mistake, you mean? The mistake we heard about from the defendant. The botched operation. He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know? That does make sense. Yes, but there is still one thing which does not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn those sandals home too. So, why were the sandals left behind? Ah! He pointed out the contradiction before me! There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake. Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Yeah, Forehead? Oh, what the? No fair! He's filling the holes in her testimony! They just like walking barefoot, totally, exactly. Like, why are we judging, guys? The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Hold it!
Around what time did you go to the clinic? Objection! Leading the witness! True, true. I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think. And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year. There's a whole Polish series about a guy walking barefoot. Oh, huh. Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with. You just called him an old friend, though. Sus. So, why did you go to the clinic that day?
Hold it!
Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away? Well, after I failed to stop Walkie, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem. Couldn't you have called? Why go in person? I called several times that evening, but no one was in. The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by this mirror yesterday, yeah? I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure, knowing the doctor.
Hold it!
You mean that act of malpractice on Walkie, correct? If he had just told Walkie the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened. True, that operation was the start of this whole affair. Oh, of course, if he'd told him, he might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier. A disturbing thought. We know that the Maractus Clinic had ties to the Kitaki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police, even if he wanted to. That's why I knew I had to warn him.
Hold it!
No dark secrets, eh? What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing. She's hiding something. I know it. You must have some evidence that proves it, too. You're free to think whatever you'd like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. Let's see. I mean, we found her toe print in the slipper, but, like, I don't know... Oh, I mean, there's a bullet. Maybe it's the bullet?
Objection!
No, it's not the bullet. Eh! Maybe I keep pressing and then Trucy will tell me.
Hold it!
But then you'd be betraying Walkie, wouldn't you? No! I did it for him! For us! She went to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime, yeah? I didn't want them to take my Walkie away! There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him. And do you know why she went, Apollo? Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic. And fast. In safe scum we trust, so true. Okay. So we have to figure out why she went to the clinic.
Objection!
No, it's not the lamp. Why she went? Huh?
Objection!
Oh no. Why? Why? It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. Can we talk about the chocolate gray from earlier? I want to try that. I mean, it sounds really big. Maybe if you like chocolate, it's cool, but it sounds like a lot. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets.
Hold it!
I must have some evidence that proves she's hiding something. What?
Objection!
No. What? I just fancy the cakes. I have white chocolate and dark chocolate and lots of other kinds. Looks like a... I like dark chocolate, but I don't really like any other kinds.
Objection!
Oh, it's just this? Okay. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Autocorrect's so evil. Yes? Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in? Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad, Herr Doctor. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Walkie's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kinda makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor's responsible for the chart's contents. This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. My bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet tighten just now. Your bracelet? Just like yesterday. Like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Eh? Then what's my bracelet reacting to? Wait, maybe. Yes, that has to be it. Onion ring? What has to be it? Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine. Huh? I can't see it, but you can sense it. I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything. Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony. But we don't know what her nervous habit is. Well, then, what do we do? You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo. With your eyes and your senses. Then it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. Why would I go to the clinic now for a half-year-old chart?
Gotcha!
Yoink! Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. What? She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. Look with your special eyes. Perceive. It was a clear and present threat. That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes now. I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow. With evidence! Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now, because of this.
Take that!
Sukuna eyes? My brand. A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Katakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Oh, nothing. Why should I think of anything? Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew what Waki's chest x-ray would reveal. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. When the chart came back to haunt you. Eek! Gotcha. That's all, Your Honor. What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So, the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic, but her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. The forehead slander? I know, the poor baby. If the Katakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it. Order, order! I did it! I broke her testimony! Amazing, Apollo! I didn't see it at all! Daddy was right about you. Wait! Miss Tiala. It's true, that chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Waki and went home. It appears this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us, this is clear. Yet, it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination. I was so close! You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo. Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left.
Hold it!
How did Dr. Maractus respond to the warning? Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky, even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn a Kitaki was after them? Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday, right here in this courtroom. Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. After which I carried you back to your chambers. He's exposing the judge! Clavier, please. Sounds like the judge had quite a fright. Nothing happened in Dr. Maractus' office that day, huh? But what about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo. I know. We can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved. Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway. There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him. Do you know why she went, Apollo? Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast.
Objection!
No, but it's broken and it has a stain on it. Is it the bullet?
Objection!
Dang, I thought that too. Yeah, I guess they want the bullet. It's fine. You say nothing happened at the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kinda like you, actually. This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala.
Objection!
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Objection!
Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe. I guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
But there is a problem. How could you say that bullet was fired on that day?
Objection!
Clavier's clearly buff under the jacket. If he could carry the judge. So true! He's a strong boy. Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. Not bad, Hair Forehead. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. "30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position. The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top-secret chart. Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe? Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala! Order! 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 Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alita Tiala knew about Waki Kataki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as the bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. Not as evil as me, what did you do? What if she married him, and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently, the Kitakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will. Nefarious! So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune. Except it doesn't prove the date, it only means it was fired into the safe at some point in time. True! You keep talking trash about my Alita! Oh, you keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man! Huh? Me? Yeah, you said you'd abuse my Alita! Huh? I think you mean accuse. Because it was fired from the same weapon and they proved it. It was fired from the same weapon, but it doesn't prove when it was fired. Right? Because, like... It just says that 2 rounds were fired, but like, one could have been fired at any point, and then the other one was fired on the day of the murder. So it is technically true that it doesn't mean that it was, like, the same day. It is highly likely, but it's not 100% proven. Same difference! Well, you can't have her! She's mine! It was me! I shot that doctor! Me! He left me to die, so I left him to die too! There in that park! Darn, should have installed cameras, man. That's what I mean. Like, why don't they have them? Walkie! Just cool down a second. You keep your hands on my Alita, or I'll... Miss Diala. I'm sorry. It's been so long since I've laughed so hard. Something funny? Walkie. Wake up and smell reality. Alita, baby? The signature on the chart? The engagement? I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. Alita. Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fräulein. Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway. So, the family fortune is what you're really after. That's right. I wanted the money. No way! That's whack! I ain't trying to hear that! Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Who? Me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me. Accuse? Of what crime, might I ask? Huh? Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic. What? I would never do such a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat. Walkie, you never speak without the judge prompting you or consulting with your lawyer. Well, now he's trying to sue his own lawyer, so... What are you talking about? Trucy? You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol now, did I? Well, you could have taken Walkie's. You'd think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say is, it was me. I shot him.
Objection!
That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What point? Certainly, the Fräulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe. But then, wouldn't she have taken the chart? Oh! You see, that chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. Ah! He's right! Miss Tiala. Yes? It's clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé. Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it is time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, you've proven that you were at the Maractus Clinic on the day of the crime. The Maractus Clinic 2. Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak with the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole the pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not. Went back later. That chart was dangerous, you understand? I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day. But you couldn't get the chart then, could you? And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place. Ah! That was you? Apollo! That sound! It came from behind this door! Someone's in there! A break-in! They left through that window! So you were the burglar. That was you too. If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart. Can they check the gun for fingerprints? The fingerprints were white. What? That's trespassing. And brazen at that. Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know. In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one, eh?
Hold it!
You could have stolen it. Could have? Is this some new definition of proof? We'll ask Waki. He'll tell us.
Objection!
Might I remind you that this is a cross-examination? You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself. He's right, isn't he?
Hold it!
The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes? So it seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, I heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look, and was shot.
Objection!
Trespassing, breaking and entering, burglary, and destruction of property. Get her. But that testimony was proven to be a lie! Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. If Mr. Stickler shouted from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple. Silly, silly attorney. What? Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do you remember, Trucy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken.
Objection!
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Objection!
Then why don't you show us, Herr Forehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Well, very well. Let's recap. If the witness, Panties Guy, was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? If you don't remember what you got for breakfast, you must have some serious dementia, and I'm very sorry. What did you guys have for breakfast? I had French toast this morning. I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Simple toast too? Nice. Walkie Kataki was standing at the killer mark, Wesley Stickler at the witness mark, and of course Pal Maractus was at the victim mark. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim? As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. You had pizza for brunch. Ooh, nice. Apparently Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Objection!
It's time to raise the roof. And the stakes. Jealous? You like pizza? Eh? Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? But what if they were a bit more terrifying? You do a lot? Nice. Hopefully you can have some soon then. Like so. Double penalty. Herr Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction. Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead. Challenge accepted. It's justice time. Are you sure, Apollo? The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that, and we know where he stood. Going to Italy in summer, so you bet I'm gonna eat at least one. Oh, nice! Hope you have fun. And the victim turned when he shouted. There's only one place the killer could have been. The killer shot at the victim from here.
Take that!
I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala. What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. He shouted, just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no. Oh yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, towards the noodle stand. Order, order, order. So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Objection!
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I'd think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along.
Objection!
There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Objection!
Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? A big fan of noodles, what can I say? Yeah, maybe he just really likes them. Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in the stand? Apollo? Well, I've got it. I've got it right here. Intriguing. Let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. I mean, can I use this? Thoughts, Prosecutor Gavin? We have a choice between heaven or hell. Either our brains are damaged or Herr Foreheads is. I wonder which it is. No, 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 no. But the bowls, they put all the bowls in the office. It was empty. What do you mean? No. Oh wait, footprints. Where do I have the footprint data? Do I not have the footprint data? It's Save Scum we trust. So true. I don't have the footprint data. Every time I hear Apollo, it reminds me of a person I had a crush on, but they went on break and it probably won't come back since I'm guessing they dislike me. It's okay though, I moved on, I'm a big boy. Dang, that's tough. My condolences. Okay, well, let's see. Well, too bad! Kidding, just kidding. I've got it. Phew, close one. You are tough. Let's see it. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. Okay, let's think about this. We found a footprint, but it was a slipper print. So surely... Okay, there we go. The Maractus Clinic, and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And... a single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand. And Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. Ah! In other words, this is proof you were inside that noodle stand. Eek!
Objection!
Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Objection!
Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on cobblestone paths.
Objection!
Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, yeah? Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground?
Objection!
That's just dumb! One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle-making trade. There is no room for a person to ride in there. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand? Apollo, I think I might be onto something. Look at this diagram! Behold! The slipper cannot be that heavy. That's what I mean. It even has, like, the leaf. It left the leaf imprint. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be... Well, Mr. Justice, do you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand? Every time I do it, it hurts my diaphragm. That's Apollo. Cords of steel. I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand.
Take that!
This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldune's Noodles noodle stand. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. In the lobby of the Maractus Clinic. A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. Mr. Eldune was very clear about those bowls. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines. I would like to remind the witness of our current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent. Show me an innocent! I'll show you a fairy tale. In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness has both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus. More fairy tales! This whole trial is a fairy tale! Please, pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it! Why was Dr. Maractus pulling the stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. Tiala's explanation. That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. Excuses, real. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me, so I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get rid of the chart, to save yourself. I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brat got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score. I see. Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth, or it's over.
Gotcha!
Yoink! All I did was talk. And lie. What? Show me proof! I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. The guilty gets guiltier, so true. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? What are you talking about? You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? This is working better than I'd hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. She has a twitch? Yes, apparently. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, the noose is tightening for real for real. You can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? Seems that nervous habit It seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. Lamp.
Take that!
What's that? You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I could come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. Well, spit it out! This talking in circles nonsense is killing me! Very well. The answer is very simple. Miss Alita Tiala, please remove your scarf. Eek! Got him.
Objection!
This is a trial to determine what happened in the park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
Objection!
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting, as soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove my clothing. Ma'am, we did not ask you to strip. It's just a scarf. Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. What? You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf. No! No! I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? Your neck. Oh, your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic. You needed to get that chart back, no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiancé's pistol to do it. But wait! Looking at this lamp, and the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness, specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus Clinic. Ugh. Eek! Order, order, order. Will someone please tell me what really happened? I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus. It's a loud night, for real. That gangster knows everything! He's coming for you! It's like my clinic's seen its last patient. We have to get rid of that chart! Quick, open your safe! Give it to me! So you can save your own skin? What? I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. If they see that chart, you're finished. The lamp beat the gun, so true! Leaving me holding the short straw. If I'm going down, I'll want some company. You! And what happened next? He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Pal Maractus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out. That's why it goes rock, paper, scissors, gun, lamp. True. Oh. you were the victim. And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick. I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There. Are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed! I mean, she's probably not trained on how to use the gun. That's true. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand? She also probably just took it to intimidate him. I don't think she meant to kill him. She just wanted to make sure that she could get the files out of that safe. She didn't expect him to fight back. But how could I? Ack! Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus Clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself. I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now? Bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet, you were also a victim. This court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala. When did this happen? Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala? Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this...
Objection!
Not so fast. This party's just getting started. Now we rock. What? Those spikes on your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Words are hard, yeah. Prosecutor Gavin. Hal Maractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next? He's right! There's more that we don't know! But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark! She would have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand? Alita Tiala, half dead. Dr. Maractus pulling that stand. And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin. Me, Fräulein, I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over what we've learned up until now. On the day of the murder, Walkie saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. Apollo's hair? So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine. And Miss Tiala heard about this from Walkie, so she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature. But then, something happened. Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold. Clappy is peak prosecutor, he's a cutie. And he's actually helpful. But what about Dr. Maractus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala, perhaps he thought, to death. What did he do after his crime? I was just knocked out, not dead. I like jelly, I know it's unrelated, but it's tasty. Interesting. I'm not the biggest fan. From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Herr Forehead, care to guess? Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do? Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala. Do I have the evidence to show what he did next? He emptied the noodle stand and put her inside. I don't know what you want from me. Not a big fan, it's okay as a gummy bear, I respect it.
Take that!
As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldoon's noodle stand. What? Killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand? It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside the stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls? Maybe because the stand was heavy. Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Ah! Wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala. My corpse? Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body. That's crazy talk. You're all crazy. Then let's think about it. Logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Walkie Kitaki? I question your logic. What is this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? That's right! He had no reason to go there! Oh, now I get it! It was a trick! That spoiled brat made him do it! He made the doctor steal the stand! Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination! What? Apparently, the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram. To where exactly was the victim dragging that stand?
Take that!
There, that's a river. Yes, Your Honor, I scarcely need to explain why. A perfect place to dispose of a body. He was going to throw me into that river? He didn't have many other options, Fräulein. I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand, and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then, the denouement. The denouement? Wesley Stickler, of panty-snatching fame, walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant... So, I shot him? You were the only one who could have stolen Walkie's pistol. It had to be you. Well, Miss Tiala. Nice work. You mean, I'm right? I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak. Where of what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out Herr Forehead's errors? Maybe there really is something. I believe the Fräulein speaks of Herr Doctor's car. His car? That's right, the Maractus Clinic has that big garage. In which sat a green sports car, was it? Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car. Ack! And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand. And our defense without a case. I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken. Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Fräulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy. So as not to leave any prints of her in his car. Daddy? That's right! That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car. Oh yes, I'd nearly forgotten about it. Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car, Ark. A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. No! No! Stop insulting his forehead. Prince can be wiped, this is true. Order, order, order. Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Maractus use his car to carry the body? Yeah, but then there's someone else blamed instead of him. That's true. If you use the noodle stand, then Eldoon looks like the culprit. Is that a groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now is a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned? Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. The car didn't run. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car. Ha! Now you're making even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together and the explanation is simple. If it's so simple, perhaps you could show us some evidence. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night.
Take that!
Let's see now. Panties! Again! All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth. Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these panties. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid. In the Maractus Clinic garage. What? The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them? Why? Weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. So you were here investigating? And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. Looks like such a nice bike, too. That can be taken so out of context, Drusy. Yeah. Hard to believe that it could just break from that. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. My, how interesting. While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start. What? That's why Dr. Maractus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of. Welcome in, Phoenix Wright 26381. How are you? Well, Miss Tiala? This wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think. It's the guy, Phoenix Wright himself. So it does. Where am I? So dark. Can't see. Cramped. You love Apollo Justice? Me too. The pain. My throat's burning. What's your problem? You, Doc! I know what you did! Ugh. Walkie? You lied to me! So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man! Wait, let me explain. Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but it's not how you think. I don't get why it was hated so much in its earlier days. It's so sad. Why would they hate Polly? It's not just me. No! He'll ruin everything! I have to stop him. Cease this at once, you two! Polly? Yeah, that's Apollo's nickname. Polly. That's what Trucy calls him. Honestly, was more there for the Gavin brothers. I love the Gavin brothers. Funny. This isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well. Too bad. Oh, I thought you were talking about a relationship. No. There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand? In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running. I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police. Which is when I made my escape. Which is when you left that slipper print. Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though. That was your mistake. No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. She'll claim temporary insanity from oxygen deprivation? It's possible. Eh? I believed in you. I love them so much. I wish Capcom let them out of their Capcom prison. So true. So true. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Waki declared guilty, it was you. Low-key, girl, just don't hire a lawyer at that point. I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing? She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now. Horrible liar, yeah. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost. I think he already knew. He'd figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. You lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter, Hair Forehead? Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. Not guilty! What a guy. Court is adjourned. Not hiring a lawyer would have gotten her erased by the family, but, like, they could have hired one. And, like, sure, probably they would have hired, like, a better one, but I feel like, I don't know. She could have found a worse one. Great job, Apollo! You did it! Yeah, we did, somehow. Waki's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank. Hey, attorney man! You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita Holmes! Not guilty! You're to blame, I guess. You get my Alita back! Stupid pointy-head attorney with a death wish! Enough, Waki. You're still guilty? That's unfortunate. Ah! Mr. Kataki! It's high time you opened your eyes, Waki. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you open yours. Giving up the life, trying to become some kind of businessman. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Waki. I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out. Not in jail. Wouldn't that be a happy ending? Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kataki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Waki. Which file is it? Waki, Apollo has something to tell you. Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot. What's that? Show him the reason why, Apollo. Why is Mr. Kataki trying to become a businessman?
Take that!
Think about it, Waki. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. It pays. We need a lot of money right now. I think it's the attorney's badge. Look at this. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean... You aren't really... Are you? Search the globe. I found one. A doctor who could take that bullet out of you, Waki. But it's an expensive procedure. Man! But you got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. It's the gangster life that did this to you, Waki. I want to help you. I want to do it clean. He's so cutiful. Please understand, Waki. Dad! Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for... Waki? Listen good, old man. One day, One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer. My walkie. They're so cute, I know. No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kataki! I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. Glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words. I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Original Goober's what OG stands for, yeah. Oh, me? I don't think. Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kataki Lime Pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long. And he's gone. Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the Right Anything Agency. Hey, since when do I work at your agency? Aw, we make a good team. Don't just stand there. Let's get going. Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. I can't say I care much for what her father has become. Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first. Huh? Where? Why, to claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon. Ah, salty noodles. Right. You gotta stand back already? Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat. A powerful onion ring indeed. Oh, it's special, all right. Please, anything but him. Let's go! Probably can't get through the entire investigation day one, but we'll do a little bit. We still have some time. Runabout Serenade. Let's rock! We love you! At least Apollo has a friend in the underworld now, should he ever need. True. Rock on, everyone! This party's not over yet. Get out your handkerchiefs for our special guest! That's right, baby. The night's just getting started. Thank you for coming to the Gaviners Guilty as Charged tour! This ends the first part of tonight's show. There will now be a 20-minute intermission. In the flesh! Let's go! Oh my gosh, the little blue badger plushie. I want one. Look at his stance! Oh, he's so cute! This is so cool! Us, at a Gaviners concert! Huh? Did you say something? My ears are still ringing. The Gaviners putting the sick back in music. Wish to stay more, but it's getting late. Hope y'all have a wonderful time. You read very well. I'm very immersed. Stay awesome. Oh, bye-bye! Thank you so much for coming! And thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Well, I thought Mr. Gavin was really nice. Sending us those tickets at 20% off. You're hard to get a hold of, you know. When you invite people to a concert, it's usually free. Let's head to his dressing room, Apollo. You know, like we're a couple of VIPs. I've always dreamed of being a VIP at a Gaviners show. Trucy, you didn't know who Prosecutor Gavin was before that case. What kind of fan doesn't know the lead vocalist's name? Oh, this guy, well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in. Javier, what a lovely name. He's so dreamy. Yeah, but I'm a girl. I'm supposed to swoon over gods of rock. God awful, maybe. I bought all their stuff on the way home from the trial. I got 12 Gaviners albums and 15 concert videos. That was quite a bit of impulse shopping. I got an advance on my next 15 years worth of allowance. For Mr. Wright, that sounds like a real act of generosity. Her teehee face is so cute! Would have imagined me here. At a Gaviners concert, watching Prosecutor Gavin rock. Trucy is representing the girlies exactly. To be honest, it was kind of cool though. I'm kind of envious. Not that I'd ever admit that to Trucy. He's a fan too. Ah, you made it. Mr. Gavin, thanks so much for the tickets. And the invoice you sent along with them. You were incredible up on stage, Mr. Gavin. Nothing like music to brighten the mood after a trial, yeah? And we're almost ready for our next act. I'm looking forward to it myself. Lamiwar singing, right? The siren of the ballad? Oh yeah. That flyer said she flew all the way over for the show. That's right. I happened to catch her show while overseas. Her voice is divine. I knew I had to invite her to perform with us. Lamiwar says, "You praise me too highly." Oh, that? You praise me too highly. Whoa, who's this guy? He's huge! Allow me to introduce Mr. Romain Latouche. Lamiwar's manager, and her interpreter, incidentally. It's a great honor for us to be here. Great honor for Lamiwar to be heard in this country. They speak Borginian. That voice! I wish I could understand it. It's beautiful. Ooh, it's Lamiwar! I'm actually meeting Lamiwar! Lamiwar, mysterious songstress. A quiet, deep song glides through the air, lilting above a sparse but elegant piano accompaniment. Now this is music. She's a real artist. Lamiwar says, "Yeah, romaine lettuce, my guy. We have long looked forward to this joint performance." Ah, Lamiwar, your voice. It is art. Without his piano to guide me, it is but a voice. I've seen this kid somewhere before. He plays piano at all of Lamiwar's concerts. He's cute, and he's a really good pianist. Good pianists are a dying breed, I hear. Allow me to introduce Machi Tobaye. He's blind. This is why he never strays far from Lamiwar. We're always together. You're like characters from some fairy tale. Lamiwar is so, what's the word? Exotic. And mysterious. She does seem quite pretty. At least, her eyes do. Hers is a kind of sightseeing musique. Huh? She travels the globe, putting the sights she sees into song. Even though her appearance and voice are exotic, her songs remind us of something close and warm. Sights into song? That's so poetic! She was gracious enough to put music to my lyrics tonight. The Guitar Serenade. I hope you enjoy it. I can't wait! And now it is time. For the next part, we're giving the Gaviners hard rock a little rest. Lamiwar, the stage is yours. Band members will not play during Lamiwar's ballad. Ballad. I can read. Only Machi's tender tones and Lamiwar's dulcet voice. And my guitar, of course. Woohoo! Nights like this make it all worthwhile, you know. I should have learned to play the guitar. There's not much romance in chords of steel. Shall we hit the stage, then? Good luck, Mr. Gavin. Take care your hearts aren't stolen away, yeah? Let's get back to the concert hall, Polly! Sugar, sugar. Oh, that night in your embrace. When you stole away the keys, my heart held on to so tight. The 3Ds kill me. Pleasure. But a fleeting melody. wraps itself around me. Oh, the 3DS, I know. And now through the air I fly. Whoa. Whoa. Burning on in my heart. Fire. Burn my love away. All away. Like a bullet of love. Fire. Take my life away. All away. Guitar, guitar. Up together to the sky. Clavier! Oh, you poor boy. Wow, wasn't Lemiware amazing? I even cried a little. I was surprised Prosecutor Gavin actually burned his guitar. Yeah, that even surprised me, and I'm a magician. What a production. What a destruction. I don't think Prosecutor Gavin was expecting it either, oddly. He looked as surprised as I was. Is that what they call risking life and limb for art? I think he's my new hero. I'm not sure I'd call that art. Well, what are we doing here? Let's get going to Mr. Gavin's dressing room. There's 20 minutes till the last part of the show. How many breaks does this band need? That's crazy, Apollo. What the heck was that? I was never consulted about it. Sorry, Mr. Gavin, sir. I've asked the man in charge. I play new rock, not great balls of fire. Speaking of fire, I have a good mind to fire whoever's responsible. He seems upset. Apollo Justice, were you the one who tried to torch me? Hey, I didn't do it. So much for risking your life for art. The guitar serenade is ruined. Ruined! Well, let's try to talk to him at least. I'm not sure that's the best move right now. Hey, buddy. You mean the guitar that wasn't part of the act? Part of the act? Who'd burn up a guitar on purpose? But it worked really well with the lyrics just then. Burning on in my heart, fire, burn my love away, all away. Wait, you think the audience thought it was... Sounds like he got lucky. He probably thought it was part of the act. At least I did. He got lucky and he didn't realize it. Anyway, that guitar was the Ferrari of guitars. All the speed, all the sound, and all the price. Soiled it. If I burned one of those at every show, I'd go broke. Unusually frugal for a rock band. Try saying that to Mr. Gavin. Tongue! Today's been one disaster after another. My hog won't run, my guitar case is broken. Daddy told me there'd be days like these. Wasn't Lemiware's song incredible? You worked on it too, right, Mr. Gavin? Yes, thanks. It was a collaboration. I wrote the lyrics and she wrote the melody. You know, I was surprised she could sing in English. I'm sure she practiced a long time for this day. Here. The Guitar Serenade. What's this? A lyric sheet. It's yours. Sugar, sugar, oh that night in your embrace. When you stole away the keys, my heart held on to so tight. Pleasure, pleasure, but a fleeting melody. It wraps itself around me, and now through the air I fly. Whoa, whoa, burning on in my heart, fire. Burn my love away, all away. Like a bullet of love, fire. Take my life away, all away. Guitar, guitar, up together to the sky. Signed by myself and Lemiware. Yippee! Thanks so much! All I ever get to sign are client defense agreements. Contains the lyrics to Lemiware's ballad. Almost time for the third act of the night. Oh, there's more? Yes, Lemiware's part is done. Now it's time for us to drop our groove again, yeah? I hope you're ready to catch it. Woohoo! Ready, Apollo? I think I'll pass. I like the bit with Lemiware, but the rest could use a volume knob. Turned way down. Apollo, you're getting old. Does 22 qualify as old to a 15-year-old? Well, I'm going. Let the old folks rest backstage, yeah? Time to rock. Hey, you're older than I am! Peep! There's graffiti on the mirror. In lipstick. Wait. But the Gaviners are all guys. Maybe Prosecutor Gavin wears lipstick? A delicious bowl of stew. Made of plastic. Huh. The bottom of the bowl has a G on it. They sell these at concerts? Whatever happened to t-shirts? A postcard of Lamiwa. I can't read a single word of the sentence at the bottom. Drusy might want one of these. I'll show it to her next time we're here. Thick leather gloves and sunglasses. Maybe I'll try these on. That's why you bring earplugs to concerts. On second thought, no. They might be evidence for one of Prosecutor Gavin's cases. You think he'd leave it lying around? That's an odd guitar. The design is that character I saw in the hallway, but with sunglasses. What a strange mascot. He looks like he's crying. Since when was rock about crying? They should name this guy Emo. Okay, buddy. A police uniform. Next to it is a policeman's hat and a pair of handcuffs. Guess the band is really into the police. Must be Prosecutor Gavin's bad influence. I thought rock and roll was all about being rebellious. Hey, it's you! That right kid. Detective Sky! I'll let that right kid business pass. Call me Emma. There's no need for titles once you've shared a bottle of fingerprinting powder. That's a new one. So, Emma, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm snacking. You think I want to be here? Me, in charge of security in this pit? Security? Did something happen? There's no knowing with that glimmerous fop. Apparently, he's all upset because something was stolen. He wanted security back here during the concert. Where does he get off acting like he's some big rock star? He is a big rock star. Hey, are you listening to me? So, where's this door here lead to? This one? That's Lamiwar's dressing room. Don't even think of going in there unless you want a piece of snack ooze in your face. Is she ever in a good mood, I wonder? Munch. Emma? I've never seen someone eat snacks with such vehemence. Better give her a wide berth. Ba-dunk. She snack-ooed me. She ain't gonna talk. Just keeps getting snack-ooed. Quiet, please. It's snack time. What's this? Some kind of headset earpiece? Why would someone leave this in the hallway? Maybe Lamiwar's bodyguard dropped it. Emma! Will you stop eating those snacks for 1 second and listen? If you think you're going to pull me away from my snacks just to hear you mumbling on and on about whatever, you're going to be sorely disappointed. At least I got her to stop munching. What's that odd-looking doll doing there? Oh, that's the blue badger. Could you try either talking or munching, but not both? Ka-donk. She snack-ooed me. Serves me right for going out of my way. Sorry, I don't speak snack-ooze. Munching intensifies real. That's a pretty sturdy-looking box there. Maybe it's an instrument case. There's a guitar next to it. Don't even think about taking that. I don't think I could even carry it. She snack-ooed me. That's Prosecutor Gavin's, the Gaviner's dressing room. Put so much as a hand on the door and I'll snack-oo you. Hold on! But I just came out of there! Don't play smart with me. So this is Lamiwar's dressing room. If you even think about going in there, I'll... What was that? Was that a gunshot? Something's going on. You, out of my way! Emma! Lamiwa! Lamiwa! It's not locked. I'm going in! Snackooies, indeed. What's that awful noise? Oh, it's the concert. Ah! It's Lamiwa's manager! Mr. What's his name? Latousse! Oh no! Hey, you! Me? Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup. Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? And don't touch anything. I'll be right back. What's going on? I just talked to him and now... He's alive! Mr. Latousse, can you hear me? Shot. I was shot. Who? Who shot you? I don't know. Ask. Ask? Ask what? Ask. Witness. Witness? There was a witness? Who? Cold. So cold. Witness. You're cold? Don't worry, you're going to be fine. Help is on the way. Can't see. Hang in there, Mr. Latousse. Tell me, who's the witness? The witness is Siren. Siren? How can a siren witness anything? A body has been discovered. Mr. Latousse! Yikes! Emma? What was that? Who's there? What's wrong? Emma, did you see anyone just now? Huh? No. I could have sworn I heard a door close. The concert's been cancelled. Backup's on its way. Is Mr. Latousse? He's dead, isn't he? That's terrible. I lost him! Romain Latousse. Shot. And I heard his last words. F. 07's in the chat to pay respects. The witness is the siren. Whatever that means. The venue's locked down. We took names and addresses before letting the crowd go. Good work, Darian. I'll let you know if I find out anything about the victim. Later. It's investigation time then, yeah, Fraulein Detective? I don't need some rock and rolling prosecutor to tell me that. One request I must make. Tell no one, on staff or otherwise, anything of this. 307's. Ooh, a gag order. No word gets out, other than that Mr. Latousse is dead. No word of the cause of death, or of the murder. Tell no one. Not even Lamiwa? Not even her. We must keep everything under wraps. Oh, one other thing. I'll need your signature on this, Herr Forehead. Yours too, Fräulein. On that? An investigation request? Why just us? You two are civilians. It's standard procedure. That should be okay to sign, I think. Information concerning the crime to be restricted to police and related parties. Right, well, get started with the investigation. That's a lot of salutes. To ensure the efficiency and secrecy of our investigation, the bearer is hereby ordered to speak to no one outside the investigation concerning any details of the case. I'm on it already! Ah, and one tip for you. Huh? Me? Try not to get in the Fräulein Detective's way. She's in a foul mood today. Gee, I wonder why. We're all questioned as witnesses, and now none of us can go home. We'll investigate, all right. Our way. Somehow, I don't see us getting back to that crime scene anytime soon. Still can't believe I was there when it happened. Not an experience I care to repeat anytime soon. This is no time for navel-gazing. Let's crack this case. I worry about Trucy. She seems to have a very loose idea of what it means to be an attorney. Of course, that's not surprising considering who her father is. Something the matter? No. Let's get cracking. I'm the only one who was there. The only one who heard Mr. Latusse's last words. Witnesses. Siren. First order of business is to find out what he meant by siren. What's that? Looks like some kind of future phone. Not a phone, a transceiver. It's called a headset. What's a headset doing on the floor? Wait, do you think Mr. Latousse might have been wearing it? Like one of those bodyguards? I don't think he was wearing one when we first met. The LED on this thing is lit. Must be on. That's the governor's dressing room. The crime scene was Lamiwar's dressing room. Next door. Oh, next door. Never know where clues might be hiding, Apollo. Let's case this joint. After you, true CPI. Alright. Huh. Looks like nobody's here. Prosecutor Gavin's probably busy with the case, too. No rest for the wicked. No rest for us either, Apollo. Let's get rocking! Rock, rock! Look! It's a postcard of Lamiwa! What are these letters at the bottom? I've never seen these before. It must be your native tongue. Borginian. Borginian, huh? Yoink. Wait, go sideways? Why is that plastic bowl of stew sitting there? Maybe they use it for interrogating bad guys. Fess up to what you did, and we'll let you eat that stew. That's just mean. It gets worse. See? If the bad guy confesses, they say, okay, eat it. If you can. See? It's made of plastic. It's like you don't know which ones are the real bad guys. I think you need to take a deep breath, Trucy. That speaker looks familiar. Oh? Yeah, like the one for the PA system back in school. Oh, we have one of those in my classroom, too. That's right. She's still in junior high. I feel old. That guitar! That's the legendary AA400! The Red Badger! I thought rock was supposed to be rebellious, not civic. Every aspiring guitarist wants one of these. They even paint their own guitars to look like it. Ah, the fickleness of youth. You should dye your hair badger red, too. I like my hair the way it is, thank you very much. Ah, the stubbornness of age. The stage looks empty. I was hoping to get a chance to talk to Prosecutor Gavin. Oh well, nothing to do but go to the crime scene, I guess. Oh, okay. I thought they weren't gonna let us in. Lamiwar's dressing room. Oh, it's you. I figured you'd come. You have to let us investigate the scene, please! You're attorneys, no? Shouldn't you wait until you have a client? Latousse did tell me to ask the witness, the siren. With his dying breath, no less. Doesn't that count? Glare at me all you want. You'll get no snacks from me. Please! Think of poor Lamiwa! Oh, well, I suppose. You did find the body with me. Great! Let's get to it. Right. Just try not to touch anything. She's letting us look, and she's not munching on her snacks. This bodes well. There are clues here. I can feel it. Leave no hanger unhung, no spot unspotted. Maybe I'll look around first. Ooh, what a pretty brooch. Oh, Emma! You're not going to say, "Can I have it, please," are you? Oh! Look, you may be a cute little girl of 15, but that doesn't get you any special treatment with me. Oh. It's not healthy to envy the young, Emma. It's not about envy, it's about tampering with evidence. Note to self. Emma lacks a sense of humor. Use with caution. You need to learn to respect your elders a little. Something seems so familiar about that brooch. Found at the crime scene. Seems strangely familiar. Are these bullet holes? Looks like it. There are 2 here in the wall. From the look of it, the victim was shot once in the shoulder. The first shot must have missed. But there are 2 holes. Wouldn't that mean 2 misses? The murder weapon is a .45 caliber revolver. It's very powerful. I believe what we're seeing here is the mark left by the second bullet after it passed through his shoulder. Ouch. Sounds painful. No kidding. I wonder about this murder weapon. That speaker was blaring at the time of the murder. Ah, that's for monitoring the stage from this room. Monitoring? It pipes in a real-time feed from the stage microphones. Useful for knowing when your set is coming up. Yes, I seem to recall it being loud and vaguely musical. It made it hard to hear Mr. Latusse's last words. Huh, another ladder. Actually, it's technically a step ladder. Well, hello, Miss Fancy Pants. Please forgive my lack of ladder discrimination. I'm less worried about the step ladder and more worried about why it's there. Why is the ladder there? Well, to climb, right? To reach something on the ceiling? I still say it's a step ladder. You go, Trucy. What's wrong, Apollo? Your mouth is catching flies. Nothing. It's nothing. Maybe that's how the killer escaped. That's what you're thinking, right? Eh? When we arrived on the scene, the killer had already fled. He or she must have had a way out. The stepladder joke indeed. And that air vent is one possibility. But it's much too small. Not if the killer were about your size, Trucy. I didn't do it! Eh? I was cutting up the dance floor at the time, thank you! I know. Of course I don't think you did it. It's hard to tell with you sometimes, Apollo. Hey, what have I done? That's a body, isn't it? Sure is. The victim, no less. Let's take a closer look. Eek! Go ahead, Apollo. You first. Me? No, you should go first, Trucy. Really. Will you two stop bickering and get over here? She's munching on snack-oos again. Hope she's not too annoyed. Eek! Is that blood? Why don't you examine this one, Apollo? You know more about, red stuff than I do. Yep. Says who? Something is strange about this blood, though. Is that what it looks like? Apollo! Look at this hand! He's holding something. Hey, no touching! You could throw all the snacks at me you'd like, Emma, but sooner or later, you're going to run out of them. You raise a good point. I'm a bit intrigued by this scene. Let's take a look. See there? He's holding something. What is this? A key ring? Oh, a key ring. Why does the key say girl? You think it might belong to the killer? Certainly a possibility. What an unusual key ring. What unusual keys. This could be a vital clue. Mr. Latouche died clutching this. Note the heart-shaped ring. The body was holding a key ring. I wonder what it could mean. It must mean something. Doesn't look like the kind Mr. Latouche would use. So the question is, whose key ring is it? Well, you're practically a detective there, Apollo. Practically. I'm glad it brings them so much joy to mock me. This is the murder weapon, isn't it? This revolver? That's right. A big .45 caliber revolver. Wow. I wonder who brought this in here. I thought only police were allowed to have one of those. Why are you giving me that look? I didn't do it. I didn't... Listen, I was out in the hall eating snack-oos when it happened. I know. No one here thinks you did it, Emma. It's hard to tell with you sometimes, Apollo. Hey, what have I done? Wait, if the killer brought a revolver, it must mean that they had planned this from the start. That's right? A murder weapon, a deadly high-caliber revolver. Look, there's a little window over here. Maybe the killer escaped through that. It's barely big enough for me to get my head through. Not to mention it only opens a crack. What? I was just saying it's possible. Right. No harm in that. Except I'm pretty sure it's impossible. You could peek into the room through it though, you know? .45 caliber revolver. Very deadly. You know, Apollo, I was wondering, what's a caliber, and what does the 45 mean? Huh? You want me to tell you? It's the size of the barrel. Simply put, the larger the caliber, the bigger the round. The bullet, in other words. Bigger bullets do more damage. Wow, drop 1 point up for forensic science. You know it. But it's not 45 inches, right? That'd be too big. What's the unit of measurement they use, Miss Science? Well? Hush. Kids shouldn't ask so many questions. Okay. The middle of the weapon is a revolving chamber. That's where you load the bullets. A revolver, see? Revolver. That sounds a bit like Wonder Bar. Especially if you say it really fast. I guess. You know what I always used to think? I used to think the closest sound to Wonder Bar was one liver. There's just so many words in the world, Apollo. Isn't it amazing? So many different words, so many different people. People like Trucy. Yikes! Don't point that thing at me! Don't worry, I'm an old hand with firearms. I have one that shoots bullets. I don't want it shooting any bullets, thank you! Not those bullets, silly. My gun shoots bullets the magic cat. A cat comes out of a gun? Millimeters is the measurement? I figured, yes. But thank you for the clarification. I can tell by your expression that you've never heard of that trick. It's a great one. Honestly, that one sounds halfway interesting. There are 3 keys on this heart-shaped keyring. This middle key is shaped like a guitar? I get it. It must be the key to a guitar case. A guitar case key. I bet I know who this belongs to. It also has the Gavider's logo, but you know. Mr. Romain Latouche, wasn't it? He was Lamilar's manager, an interpreter apparently. This was his first time in the country. So I'm guessing he didn't know many people here. It doesn't seem likely. Nor can I think of anyone with a motive to murder him. Except for one person, of course. One person? Who? Lamilar. No one here might have had a motive, but she's from... What are you talking about? Hey, it was Emma's idea. I said nothing. Always with the snacks. He's a big man. Or was. I don't think even I would win in a fight with him. Which is why whoever it was used a revolver, I'm guessing. We sent a request to the Borginian embassy for more info on him. Well, you and I know more about the crime than anyone. You do? That's true. It was us who found the body. What? I guess that's what I missed for watching the concert. Hey, I wish I was watching the concert. Anything would be better than this. Well, we know the crime took place during the concert. When we heard the shot and entered the room, the killer was already gone. What? But that doesn't make sense. You came in when you heard the shot and no one was here? How did they leave the room? That window's a little too small, isn't it? Mystery of the disappearing killer. No? Did I miss something? So this is the murder weapon? This revolver's incredibly heavy. It's been fired twice. You can still smell the gunpowder. That's odd. What's odd? Hmm? Oh, nothing. Hey, no fair! Tell us! It's just... something about this revolver seems... strange. Strange? Looks okay to me. Alright, well, that's not very helpful. Apollo! Look at that thing! It's huge! That's a TV! Yeah. A wide flat-screen TV. I want one of those. You'll be wanting one for a long time on your salary, Junior. Wait till you're as famous as Mr. Wright was. Then dream. I don't think Daddy was ever rich, even when he was in law. Great. Just stomp on my dreams, why don't you? What's this poster? Let's see. This summer, Illegal Eagles production of Case Closed. Looks like a poster for a different show. One I wouldn't mind seeing real soon. Ooh, Apollo, can I eat some of those, please? Absolutely not. I know. But still, I yearn. Look, you're not the only one eyeing that fruit here. Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's eat! Right. Whoa, stop it! Are you too crazy? Emma, you of all people should know better. But she tempted me! She's a temptress! Please grow up. Crazy. I'm thirsty, Apollo. Want something to drink? How about this one? A Steel Samurai Soda. Now in real steel flavor. Huh? Here, my treat. Hey, this isn't enough change. The machines outside are cheaper. This one's highway robbery. What am I missing? It must be something in the crime scene. Look at all these presents. Let me watch sure it's popular. Ooh, I wonder what's inside. We can't open them, can we? Probably not a good idea. You never know what you might find in one of these boxes. Bombs, razors, ransom notes. Could be anything. I'm never having a birthday party again. No! This is one of those, things, right? At the barber's? A permanent dryer. Want me to curl those bangs of yours? No thanks. Better not mess with his hair, Emma. It's part of his identity, you know. Seeing these mirrors lined up like that makes me think I'm really in a dressing room. You are in a dressing room. This must be makeup. I've never heard of most of these brands. Maybe they're Borginian. All I know is they sure don't make for much of a clue. What an amazing bouquet. I mean, it's giant. Not sure I approve. It'd be better if this flower was a bit more... Oh! Eek! The flower fell off! What happened to preserving the crime scene, Emma? It's fine. Fine, I'll just put it back, see? How scientific. Oh, there it is. Okay. What do you think about this revolver? Well, it's pretty big. And heavy. That's right. It's a .45 caliber. That makes it one of the deadliest revolvers around. Even the police don't carry guns this big. Really? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You don't need so much power to kill at such close range. It's overkill. I'm not sure I see the problem. I mean, whenever I go out to eat curry, I order it extra spicy, just to be sure it's spicy. Of course, I can only ever eat 1 or 2 bites. And that's not a problem? There's another thing about a gun this big. It puts a lot of strain on the shooter. Strain? Yeah, say, if you were to fire this revolver, the recoil would probably dislocate your shoulder. Ouch! It's like the shooter's a victim too! Yet the killer used this revolver, and quite well. I'm guessing whoever did it was used to shooting. Used to shooting a high-caliber weapon. Well, that's about it. I think we've looked at just about everything there is. I guess you're right. I know how you're feeling. It's hard to know when to stop. But anything more involved has to wait until the squad gets here. I suppose. I'll go report the evidence. Sorry, but could you wait here till I get back? Huh? Oh, actually, we have to... Great, thanks. She left. What do we do, Apollo? She told us to wait. Great. Now how am I supposed to investigate? Oh well, I guess it can't be helped. Let's go. Huh? Go? Time's a-wasting, Apollo. We've got a lot of ground to cover. Well, that's true, but... On second thought, why not? I'm sure everything will be fine. Of course it will. Let's go. I think we'll be stopping here for today. Losing my voice. Let's see.